What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. We are at Kingdom 878. Let's do this. The last chapter ends with Shin seeing Riboku and the whole army, right? Just a little recap. This chapter began with the High Shin unit assaulting Katan, and they all realize that Bahi and Suwan, they're at the foot of the wall, and they realize that something approached them from the side. Suwan goes, "Behind us, what's that?" Bahi, he turns around and they see Riboku's army, boom, surround them. A massive Zhao army at their back. The Haitian unit has begun their siege of Catan, but an army led by Riboku suddenly appeared in front of them, well, technically behind them. Everybody turned around and were in shock. Even Kyoten, she was shocked. She has this look on her face like, oh my God, we about to be wiped out. And you see all of the Zhao commander and general, Bate and Gotsumiku, Kaine, Fukio, you see all of them. And you see Riboku. Oh, we trapped them ever so perfectly. This is that strategist girl. And she goes, the Haishin unit and Rishin army. Job well done. On such a long battle. You just had bad luck with your opponent. And we get a flashback to Riboku and her talking. In the event that the second defense line is broken through, each army is not supposed to give chase. This is her telling technically Riboku probably told her that and she's replying the question back. Quite. By my read of the second defense line, this is Riboku. By my read of the second defense line, the Haishen unit will be the first one to break through. The strategy girl goes, I think the same too. And then Riboku goes, in which case, what are you doing? And then Riboku goes, in which case, the Kuokai army and Muten's army will act as rear guard to block our pursuit and ensure that the Haishin unit can advance. And this is exactly what happened. Yes, which is the worst case scenario for us. And thus, each of our armies should split into an 80-20 formation. The 20 will assail the rear guard, and the 80 shall circumvent them, unseen, and chase after the Haishin unit. This is Zhao Land. There are plenty of hidden roads we can take. So Riboku saying, once the Haishin unit break through, Muten and Kuokai, they'll try to stop the second defense line from chasing the Haishin unit. 20% of the Zhao army will stop and fight Kuokai and Muten. The other 80% will take another road that the Quinn army don't know about. And that secret road will chase after the Haishin unit. So it would seem that nobody's chasing them, but they actually are. The strategy girl, she goes, I can't remember her name. The strategy girl she goes, I understand this plan, but with nobody pursuing the Haishin unit, then before we're able to catch up to them, they'll have arrived at Catan. Yeah, because I mean, yes, they are technically chasing the Haitian unit, but not directly. So the Haitian unit wouldn't know that they're being chased, and the Zhao army the 80% of the Zhao army will take another route. So nobody knows that they're actually chasing the Haitian unit. And then Riboku goes, no matter. The unit has made no preparation for a siege. If they make if they make it to Catan, it will take them half a day to prepare ladders. The Fute army shall come via Otsu. The Kitsu army via Habiku. So Riboku is telling them that the 80% of the Zhao army will take some like these other routes. And Earl Kotumi via Hano. So those are all different routes. Otetsu, Habiki, Heno, and then Riboku goes. Then, before the Haitian unit could begin their siege, we will arrive in time. However, all armies shall remain on standby until the Haitian unit began their attack. And she goes, eh? So the moment they began their siege of Catan, we perform a coordinated attack? And Riboku go precisely. With this plan, we shall pincer the Haitian unit at Catan and eradicate them once and for all. Because technically, if they don't wait and they just attack the Haitian unit could reform rank and get away. But if they wait until the Haitian unit start attacking the wall, then and they surprise the Haitian unit from behind, then the Haitian unit will be forced to turn around. But the wall will be behind them, and they won't have nowhere to escape to. And the Futes go, this strategy leave no room for escape. Their back are literally against the wall. It's truly the worst position possible. Actually, it's not just your back. Your literal assets are on the line. The worst of the worst. This is checkmate, Haitian unit. But of course, of all things, to use the royal capital like this, you really are the most unpredictable man in all of China, Riboku sama. Because this is Fute talking. And we switches back to the Haitian unit in Kaioten. This is Kaioten. She looked hopeless, and we get the narrator. This situation felt so hopeless that even the great strategist Kaioten of the Haitian unit couldn't process what was happening. And and Shen's hands began to tremble just a bit because it brought back the memories of that time. Not just Shin, but Sugen, Denyu, Bahi, and the others, all of them. Those who were there 15 years ago. What they were facing now was the same situation as the Battle of Bayou. Back then, right when they cornered Hoken, they were ambushed by Riboku and his army. And then, boom. So, what they're referring to is the Battle of Bayou, where Oki were fighting against Hoken. And once the Oki army cornered the Zhao, Hoken and Oki they started battling. All suddenly they get a surprise army coming from behind them. This remind all the veteran Haitian unit of that time. And you can see Shin, his eyes like wide open and his hands trembling a little bit. And we switches to Kuokai. Kuokai, they're staring into this field of soldier, this field of Zhao soldier that's basically have the Haitian unit surrounded. Kuokai goes, this is bad. I have to go help Shin. And then she rides off. Ah, wait, Kaini. Kuo is the one who's telling Kuokai to wait. We are already surrounded. Kuokai sama. Cool. And then she's still rushing in. Follow Kuokai sama. And then the Zhao soldiers, they're like, "Cool, ha ha ha!" Those four are rushing right in. Bate goes, "This is your competence, Kuokai. I didn't have a particular grudge fueling this pursuit, but this does serve as a good opportunity to take revenge for Rio 2. I leave her to you, Baite. I shall target the rear guard." And we switch it back. Now, what Bate was referring to is the battle where Kuokai was behind enemy lines and she ended up killing one of the general Rio was it Rio 2? Yeah. And so those three grew up together and that's why they were well, yeah, I mean, technically they were trying to take revenge, but I mean, yeah, that's what he's saying. He's trying to take revenge. And we switch it back to the Haitian unit. What's up, gang? What's wrong? Why you crying? And we're at Bahi's unit, the unit that's climbing the wall. What's going on? Why did they stop up top? Keep climbing. Wait, I can't hear enemies. Wait, I can hear enemy cheers from the top of the wall. Eh? Are those all enemies? Bahi-san? Because as they're climbing the ladder and they turn and see all these soldiers. And then Bahi go, "This is bad, Shin." You could hear Kyoten. She screams, "Stop the siege right now. Everyone, reform rank and face the rear. Right now, our priority is to protect Shin." Because they all know that this is what you want, gang. What you want? Huh? They all know that this is it's bad. It's bad. And so for them to escape this, the only chance for them to escape this, technically, there's no escaping. The only chance for them to consider this a victory is if Shin escaped with his life, because Shin's the general. So if Shin escaped with Shin's life, then they could technically call this a draw. But they know that this is pretty hopeless. Whoa, what? And then you could hear Fute. He goes. You can hear Fute. He goes. "You think you can do that in time? Full charge formation." And so the Jiao soldiers, they're ready to charge. And Kao Ten, she's like, "They're coming, hurry! Messenger, hurry! Stop the siege, enemy from behind." So now the whole Haitian unit, they're trying to climb back down the ladder and reform rank to face the Zhao soldier that's charging at them, or about to charge at them. "Get down from the ladder. Stop. What happened? Eh? What enemies? Enemy below? Cavalry. About face. Form rank behind us." "What formation? I don't know. Just turn around right now." So, Kaioten, even if we protect him, I know at any rate, everyone, turn around. Shin, what are you doing? Get back. And you see Shin. He's not he's not doing anything. He's just standing there staring at Riboku. And Riboku is staring at Shin too. So they're staring each other down. And then finally Shin grit his teeth and goes, "Don't fuck with me. After all this, you end up pulling one over on me again? Riboku!" Riboku just don't say nothing. He's staring at Shin. And then Shin screams, "Riboku!" And then Riboku finally replies, he goes, "How serendipitous for this to be the same situation as Bayou, where Oki met his own death." Kyoten, she's screaming, "Shin, pull back. You are already well behind. You are already well beyond any saving at this point." So Shin is pretty far in the head. And then, Kyoten, she's screaming for Shin to come back because Shin's way they want to protect Shin. If Shin escaped with his life, that's at least a draw for them. And so Kaioten's telling Shin to come back because Shin's way ahead of his army. He's like the head of the army. And we get the last scene of the chapter where these Zhao soldiers they're charging at Shin. And it's just Shin. He's at the front and all these soldiers, this calories, they're charging at Shin. Catan will be your grave, Rishin. All armies charge, kill them, eradicate the High Shen unit. Oh, and then they're charging while Shen just he's not charging, he's standing there. And you can hear the High Shen unit, they're screaming to Shen, Shen, fall back, Shen. Boom, end the chapter. Nowhere to go but the grave. It's going down. You know, I'll tell you my prediction right now. Last time Oki was able to escape, but he died in the process. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna go like that. Shin will will hold down the enemies, and Kuokai will be able to reach Shin. Kuokai is gonna kill Bati, okay, and then Kuokai will be able to reach Shin. If Kuokai don't kill Bati, it'll be a cool raid that kill Bati. They'll reach Shin, and Muten's army will be able to reach Shin. And all of this will cause Riboku and the Zhao army to start losing, which in turn will have Riboku against the fence, making Riboku forced to retreat. Okay? Once that happens, Shin will chase Riboku and kill Riboku. They will have a battle, a one-on-one, and Shin will kill Riboku. I'm calling it now. No, right. Sorry for my baby girl. She's being needy. Right, Naomi? Apologize to them. Okay. I'll see you guys next chapter. All right.